What up, everyone?
Hello.
Why is Iron Man on 2? That's not fair.
Hello,
That's not
Iron
fair to the rest of the world.
On 2?
Yeah, on 2 of our things. I'm gonna pull up my restream thing and see if I can get our.
Hey, darling.
I can't get our YouTube chats to show up here. So what I'm gonna have to do, I think, is eventually we're gonna have to I'll make a custom browser doc for YouTube and Emily,
YouTube.
your entire eyeball is being eaten by your microphone.
It's called the casual streamer look.
No,
I
it
look like
certainly
I
isn't.
don't care, and then it looks like, oh,
Yeah.
she's just so cash. She's so lit and hype.
Yeah. That's great. Folks, I hope you're all doing well. Iron Man, I'm working on your detailed review. It's going to take a hot minute because Chris got down with the sickness for a bit and couldn't do anything he wanted to do for a weekend.
He was so sad all weekend.
Yeah, it was bad. So I'm gonna look and see what we can do. We cannot. So we're just gonna have fun on freaking PALWORLD, the not Pokemon game.
Oh, don't even say Pokemon on stream. Nintendo will come out from on high and wreck you.
You're so right. I'm so scared. All right. So, we might not be streaming this. Holy shit. It's a little spicy. Let's, sorry, you guys. You're going to see some spiky chunkiness for a minute as we encode this. We're just going to.
Does it not like streaming it?
It might be fine.
By the way, Iron Man, I have been playing this nonstop for 2 days. Do you want me to do this while you...
Nah, here, I got it.
We're gonna name her Legacy Boobs?
Legacytron. I was gonna name her Legacy Bot, but it's Legacytron now. Let's see. This is gonna be a tough one for everyone.
The middle one.
Middle one?
Are we making a lady or a
I
laddie?
think we need to be the world's thinnest person.
That looks... Make her arms and legs huge, though. Oh no.
You folks may not like it, but this is what peak woman physique is.
This is what bodies are meant to look like. We have to use it now.
No.
Come on.
I refuse.
That's not you, Iron Man. No.
Okay, so we're gonna be the
think she
protagonist of every Dark Souls game.
It does look like it does. It does.
Oh wait, sorry. 1 second. Now it looks like the protagonist of every Dark Souls game.
Make her red.
First, we're gonna make him the protagonist of every Dark Souls game.
I liked the big arms and big legs.
Do you want big
Suffocate me
arms,
with them legs.
big legs?
That's what Iron Man said.
Okay.
So that's one vote for...
Oh, and listen, we would certainly join. We would certainly join Josh's world, but here's the problem. Okay, no, we have to be big.
No.
No, 1 second. We have to be big enough to be funny, but not so big that we clip. That's the important part.
Why?
Here. Because that's what makes it funny.
Do we need big legs? No, the torso size is what's doing it for me. I like the small torso size.
We are the epitome of didn't eat anything and then practiced all year for leg day. I like that. I think that's really freaking funny.
I just noticed. I like to think that red message on the top just appeared after we started making our character look like this.
Oh yeah, no, certainly it didn't, but
No, but wouldn't that be fitting?
all right. So I am requiring us to use the male body type because I don't want this to be considered body negativity for women.
Okay.
So we're being...
That's a take.
It's a take.
Wait. Make him like purple or green or something. Perfect.
All right, and then for hair, obviously the single leaf.
The Karen cut.
And then perfect. We are
Their
alien.
eyebrows need to be...
let's see. Eyebrows need to be what?
blue.
Okay. Oh, that's eyes.
Yeah, eyebrow color's under eyebrow color.
Oh.
Ah.
And then
Wait.
obviously.
Make the eyebrows teal. It's gonna... Ah! Oh gosh.
This is perfect.
Completely change
This
them.
is perfect.
Make his beard teal.
Can I change beard separate from...
No, just make them all teal. I was gonna drive me nuts.
But
Teal.
his facial hair is different from his regular hair.
No.
That's his alien species. Are you going to yell at his alien species
Yes.
for being incorrect?
I'm gonna tell him. I'm gonna be racist and make him dye it teal to fit in with the rest of us. I hate that hairstyle.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right, folks. We're ready. Look at this man. Look at Legacytron. He's ready. He's super ready.
That sure is a character.
Certainly is something. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Is it gonna do it? Is it gonna survive? Actually, it's back down to freaking fine again. So, what do I know?
Absolutely nothing.
See, I didn't see this part. The towers are the key. The tree holds the truth.
It probably just got
I
added.
didn't see that the first time I played. Oh, I got them thick thighs
Heck yeah.
with the prerequisite 8 C's.
Oh, I'm accidentally watching our YouTube stream and our Twitch at the same time.
Oh God, turn the volume off or
Is it
it'll
on?
echo. All right, folks. You all wanted this. Oh, hi, Ace. We're gonna certainly have fun.
Hello.
This is Legacytron. I'm a level with you. Legacytron is not doing so hot. They ate the bad stick
bad
of gum.
purple berries.
No, they ate the stick of gum
Wonka's factory.
in Wonka's factory, and they only managed to squeeze out the top half.
We should go to some corner of the earth that's really hard to live in to build our first base.
And so here's my other thought.
Here's my thought that's not that
no,
idea.
No. Go there, that's fine. But vegetarian only run because
I will say it's not hard to be a
it
vegetarian.
is not hard.
I don't eat much meat in my save file.
Yeah, this stream is actually also preemptively called Chris and Emma Sellout. So
On YouTube right now, I think it's called... Oh, yeah, that's what I meant. That's what I was going to say.
yeah. Oh, it really is let me bring the graphical options down a hair.
Let's set it to epic.
Well, I didn't think about it.
That's funny. I thought you moved it up
That
to epic.
didn't seem to significantly help, but we're gonna give it a shot, ladies and gents, and everything in between. We're gonna have a good time tonight. Man, this is a game for the ages, folks.
It's like looking at them from behind. You think they're one person, and then when they turn around, it's like That's funny. Oh, you already leveled up.
You know, I didn't get Castaway's Journal Day 1.
You can use your stat points.
I should have gone up and gotten Castaway's Journal Day 1.
You can use your stat points.
I certainly can. I think I need to enhance all of my stats to be weight.
All of them? You're going to only level up weight?
Yeah, because these legs need to be built for carrying things.
You're absolutely correct.
Like, come on.
I don't disagree.
I had my FPS to unlimited, and it was maxing out my GPU. One, are you sure I don't need shadows in this game? Because I like shadows. Does shadows just not work? And two, more importantly, I have mine always set to, unless they reverted the setting. I need to dump this down to 60. That's my problem.
I was surprised how well my computer handled this game. I don't have any lag or anything.
Oh, no, it's not that I have a problem with my GPU. It's that I'm streaming to YouTube and to Twitch, and that requires two separate encoders on my GPU to also run this game, which is not impossible, but it definitely adds a significant handicap to my ability to run anything. Oh, let's see. Do I need that yet? No. We're gonna get to the far-flung reaches, and we're gonna survive.
We're not gonna catch a pal until, well, you might. Nighttime might be a problem.
No, it'll be fine.
Chicken nugget.
Chicken nugget.
Chicken nugget.
Wow. I want cookout.
We can go to cookout.
I can't go to cookout. We just started the stream.
Well, at 10 we can go. They'll be open.
Well, check our local one and see how late it's open.
Leland. I mean, no matter where you're at, cookout caters to the alcoholics
Stoners.
Of the world.
Let's be real.
The stoners and the alcoholics
caters
of
to
the
the stoners. We're going to have a good time. So, rules of this run. Vegetarian only. No eating meat. If we get meat, problem.
Can we feed it to our pals?
No.
Okay. So we're like those vegans
No,
that
I mean,
feed...
if the pals require meat,
hold on.
then that's a different story.
No. We're like those vegans that give their cats a meat-free diet and their cats slowly wither away. We're that
not,
kind of person.
No, we're not monsters.
So the cookout, do you want to give me like a vague guess as to when cookout like closes in Leland?
11 p.m.
2 a.m.
Nice. I'm okay with that. I'm not saying we should go and get cookout. I'm just saying
that
I really want cookout.
We can go.
So I told all of you that I wouldn't talk about the dreaded 3-letter acronym on this stream and instead relegate it to my personal channel. But I do want to gently talk about a YouTube thumbnail I saw today on my way to work while I was rushing to work because I was going to be late.
I'm still thinking about 3-letter.
And that is D&D is dying. Apparently, Wizards of the Coast has basically received the equivalent of an ultimatum, which is make D&D profitable or they're not going to get any more funding for anything.
Are they not profitable?
So they're profitable, but compared to everything else in Hasbro's library, they're not remotely profitable enough. Oh no, I'm working my way down.
Oh yeah.
I'm just getting so much stuff.
Rock.
Yeah. Well, because think about the profitability of D&D.
They make their money off of nothing.
Yeah,
they just make content that you can or don't have to use.
Ace, let me tell you, the cookouts that you can frequent in Wilmington are so 24/7.
Mine closed at 5 when I worked there.
Yeah, I mean, there's the brief break, right?
5 a.m. No. We opened we opened weirdly late, like 10 a.m. to 5 a.m. So it's like kind of, yeah, it's weird.
You know, right up there are bad guys, right?
I don't think so.
No, there's like some bad guys, right?
That's just a dude.
Oh, no. It's just a regular dude?
This is a dude.
Oh, well, that's less fun. I was going to start a magnificent trade hub right here in the middle of the road.
You can start a trade hub?
No, but I'm going to pretend. And we're going to...
Is this where we're making the base?
Yeah, right here.
Okay.
There's nothing wrong with that, is there?
I don't think so,
that
but
to
I thought it would be
Legacy
fun.
Tron's face.
I thought I can't say anything to their face.
Fine,
I want to go somewhere where it's like you are always at risk of being struck by a level 35 PAL or something.
Okay, we'll do that.
I think that's fun.
Yeah, no, these hips
This game is not hard.
Made for
level 35.
No, these hips are made for blasting. Like
You ever blast with your hips? Don't answer that. Nobody answer that, in fact.
Yeah, we need to not get demonetized.
But yeah, this game isn't difficult. I've died maybe 10 times.
I'm going to pull up right next to the evil base.
Oh, that's an option.
And I'm going to just harass them. Like, I'm going to go right up next to them. Like, this would be a perfect base spot right here. But
this would be kind of funny.
I'm gonna get right up on their fucking front porch.
You already have PAL spheres.
I know.
There's another one.
I know. I'm collecting.
We can already catch something.
I'm collecting the ground merch. And
ground merch?
Legacy Tron is an influencer.
You should try and catch one of those deer. Just
I
off
will
the bat.
Get immediately murdered.
You got nothing to lose right now.
Yeah, but I do want us to establish a base.
Okay.
Like I do want us to succeed. I don't want us to frickin' go. Like to give you guys perspective, this isn't our first look at this game. We have been playing on and off for about 2 days. I was infirm with some kind of illness that actually wasn't that bad. Looking back at it, it was just a pounding headache.
In the moment, it was the worst thing that had ever happened to you.
My body was drenched in sweat.
It was.
Like, it was so bad. Like, it was really bad.
You were pretty miserable.
But on the other hand, it was just 1 day worth of feeling absolutely like death.
I'm actually unclear if you were miserable because you sat there and like were at the brink of tears, but you were like, it's not really that bad.
No, but it wasn't really that bad, and that's the funny part.
But you were like,
is this their tower?
Crying. It's a tower. I think there are multiple, but I'm not really sure. There's a really cool...
Oh, there they are. They're right there. Cool. That's perfect. Hey, folks, hope you're okay with me just popping a squat.
Okay, all right.
Right on your front porch. I like the view.
All right.
Don't worry, folks. I'm about to show you guys the new PALWORLD strat. I call it, let's see. So we're putting our box in a hot zone. So I'm going to call it the hot box strategy.
Okay.
And you guys are going to think that I'm an idiot, but just you guys wait.
No,
actually, you know what? No, I'm not putting it on the ground like I usually do. We're going to do the wooden structure.
Can you make one without a base? Oh, cool.
I'm making myself a little fucking hut right here. Too close to a special boss facility.
That's your hut. That's your hut right there.
Perfect. That's all I needed. Right there. Look, guys, I know. 1 second.
I think this might be a slight issue.
No, we're going to build our base as close as we're allowed to build. 1 second.
We'll find that within one of these, within a nautical mile of this location.
Now we're gonna get as close as we physically can. I'm gonna hold X until it lets me.
I don't think it's gonna work.
Oh, come on now.
That's
1 star.
Restrictive.
1 star. Oh, wait. Can I go over there? 1 second. Guys, this is important. We need to learn the hotbox strategy, okay?
Oh, there's a cave right here.
Oh, maybe that's why. Maybe.
Can we build on top of the cave?
Oh, that's a dungeon. That's why. Okay.
I thought it was the tower.
That's probably it. That feels right. That
does put a damper on things.
Oh, it's okay. We'll figure it out. We'll figure this out. We're gonna assembly mode. Boop, 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 boop. Sure, I can't run anymore. But with these hips, do I really need to?
You'd think with those hips you could.
The only thing I need to know is, can I climb? That water doesn't look safe. We're gonna...
I don't think you can climb.
Okay, but what's this thing? Is this Rain Tower?
I think that's where you defeat a boss.
Tower of Rain Syndicate. Okay. So we're going to go right in front of, like, we're going to build our stupid PAL box. I'm not going to build it. I just need to know where I can. I want to be as close as humanly possible to whatever
the tower.
Yeah, I want to be able to watch them. Like, I want to be able to look at them as they
I don't think the
meander.
tower does anything.
I know, but I want that's my lore.
Okay.
Are you gonna judge my lore?
I'm not. You're like an alien.
Right here.
You're an alien visiting from outer space, and you want to watch the local humans and find out what they do.
Yes. So I'm building right here. This is a nuisance.
That tree is like, I'm here. You can't do anything about it.
That is also a nuisance.
Eventually we'll, like, catch a PAL.
Okay. For the purposes of aesthetic, this is what we're doing. There we go. Sorry, I'm gonna let you play in a second.
Oh, no. I'm having so much fun.
No, you're not. You hate not being
I
able to play.
I really don't mind watching. I'm just shivering at the thought of this strange thing that you're building.
Okay. So this is not a strange thing. This is a land of contentment. Why can't I build the PAL box in my base?
It overlaps with other objects.
I know. It just bugs me that fine. It's right here. I will say, I'm a level with you. That does bug the shit out of me, that I can't put the PAL box on a wall inside my base.
I think you can.
I don't think look it up.
No.
Okay, then.
Ha! Got him.
Man, you really showed me.
I did.
So proud.
And then you die and go to the bad place.
Okay, so I do need to take care of my personal needs, like the ability to stay warm.
That seems trivial. Is there already fire sounds happening in the background?
Yes. We're not going to think about that. What we are going to think about is fire.
Woohoo!
Now, you know, for dicking around for an entire day,
You were pretty productive.
gotta say, I'm feeling pretty darn good about myself and my situation. Now I can see right out there at nothing. See right out here at nothing. See right back there. See that little ping gullet? We're not using this wooden roof. We are
Making the slanty roof is stupid.
making the slanty roof
so
is stupid.
annoying.
And you know why we're going to do it? Because it is stupid. Why can't I build my little stairs?
Beats me.
This game is getting 0 stars from me, my friends.
Build a wooden chest. Use your stat points.
I'm gonna carry everything.
We may also consider catching a single PAL.
You know, that is true. I do need to fix. 1 second, just gonna...
I don't know what actually happens when you get cold.
I start to tick down my HP.
Oh.
Craft one at a workbench, but also to craft one at a workbench means being cold. Legacytron is confused. Oh! Guys, we're maxing this game out. This is going to be a speed run tactic once someone better than us hammers out the details.
I don't think it will.
I think you lack faith.
You're right.
I find your lack of faith very disturbing.
I don't even care.
Look at this. We've got next to no resources here. We've got leather, which is nice, I guess. I don't know what leather's used for, to be honest, but...
I think maybe armor in certain...
I have to imagine, but I haven't gotten to where I've needed it yet. But then again, I haven't gotten exceedingly far. We do have so many berry, which is good because we are vegetarian. All right. So I guess on top of that, we can't if we're vegetarian, I figure no PAL abuse. So I figure we can't beat them with a club.
That's fair. Whenever you're ready to hand off, I will catch a PAL for us.
I will hand this off momentarily. I just don't want you to start by having to wait next to these fires. Oh, well, I guess...
Make a bed? I don't mind going in the dark.
I believe in you. Oh, and we do have this. Let me just eat and then I'll hand it off. Good luck, Legacytron.
Thank you.
This is going to be an interesting one. But I'm telling you guys, strategy.
Let's make some more of these. Oh, I'm not cold.
You're probably still holding the torch even though it's not showing.
So no beating things with clubs.
We can't beat things with clubs. Don't forget to acquire the ones that you made.
That is a good thing.
I hate that system.
It is a little confusing. Build a PAL box. We did. I think.
Okay,
I think our first one
grimace.
should be this cream puff thing. What is that?
It's a floofy
Box
fox.
Sparks. I'm gonna catch you. This fluffy, adorable creature.
Fingers crossed. Oh.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Lure it back to the base.
Why would I do that?
Well, we can go into the
Oh.
base hole.
The base hole?
Yeah. What do you call them? Doors? This is Legacytron we're talking about.
Legacytron.
You're hurting me.
I'm sorry.
You're not taking this
You
seriously.
can't get into my roofless house. What do you think you are?
Oh, we're screwed.
Ouch! It hurt me. This level 2 thing. This is a problem. Are you sure I can't beat it with the torch?
No, we are not abusive.
You're right.
We're
Run!
the opposite of PETA.
The advantage that we have is things are sleeping right now, so at least I can sneak up on them and just... I'll eventually get something that won't be able to resist my, my balls. If that is, if that makes sense.
Yeah, man. I'm so glad that nothing resists your balls.
Nothing will. There. That's completely foolproof.
I mean, arguably...
Foolproof!
Arguably, you're right. Oh, shit. That's a great one. Look at its abilities. No, look, like, seriously.
What
look,
is it? Oh, here.
Yeah, look at its abilities. That's insane.
Let's see.
It's a workaholic vanguard runner.
What's a vanguard? I get higher attack, which is a shame because we can't beat things up.
No, we can beat people up.
20% movement speed buff.
And what does abnormal look like?
I think.
Uh-oh.
Oh, it's beating up that thing that was beat. Ow! I just took that one to the face. Oh, it's beating up our base too.
I mean,
that's fine.
Look at how speedy it is.
Let's see.
Folks, you can name this little cream puff whatever you want. So it's a workaholic.
Decrease to incoming neutral damage. That's the wow.
Like, this is a phenomenal Grimace.
And we have attracted a merchant. I'm gonna try and get that thing.
Yeah, I mean, with our thing, what's its name? You guys can name our Grimace whatever you want.
You can name it.
First come, first serve. If it's within our power to grant, we will name this thing whatever the chat deems.
I'm gonna get that thing.
We're, right now, Legacytron has to be Legacytron, and there is a reason. Legacytron is important.
Uh-oh.
It's okay. It's okay. We can let pals... Pal on pal violence is something that we just must unfortunately endure.
Oh. Oops. Okay, second pal.
earthquake resistant. That's very good.
Quite. Just in case we have any earthquakes.
You know, I gotta say, do I love blatant rip-off games? No. Do I love games where sometimes it feels like they just bought something off of like the Unity asset store? Also no. But do I like making Nintendo and the Pokemon Company suffer?
Squirm.
More than anything.
He has a hat.
If freaking like if castrating myself made the Pokemon Company like suffer somehow, would I consider doing it briefly? Yes. How briefly? Maybe a millisecond. But I would. Like, that's how much I really despise most of the Pokemon Company. Because, like, this is my thing. Oh, it's a little unstable. That's unfortunate.
Oh.
But that's okay. Like, hear me out. This is why the Pokemon Company and Game Freak at large piss me off. They've gone on record to say that they don't really care about preserving their fans. They only care about attracting new fans, which I get that from a business perspective. However, the thing that bugs me with that is
everything.
I don't like when the entire business model for a company is attract new people, because what does that mean for me and mine? It means that you really just lose out. Like, here, 1 second. Sorry, I'm moving chat over. There you go. It means that any time that I think about that company, I'm thinking, oh, wow, they actually don't care about me at all. Which, yeah, I mean, companies don't. But as a game company, I would hope that your goal would be to make all of your fans happy. And that's not always possible, but your core fan base should always be happy, because without that core fan base, you wouldn't exist.
Oops.
And
Oops.
This game is not without its flaws. There are dozens of flaws. But on the other hand, yeah, but like some of them I feel like are flaws with the mindset of the game. Like when a PAL breaks out of its PAL ball, it's like, oh, you cheeky bastard. It's like, that feels stupid. Like that, it just feels kind of stupid. But on the other hand, the PAL capturing feels really good. I wish they'd bat your balls away less.
I think it's when they have too much HP, so I could technically prevent it, but I'm too impatient, as they say.
I don't know. It just slightly bothers me a bit. Oh, that poor 10 frame per second run animation over there.
That's all right. I guess we can summon.
You know, give me 1 more second.
Okay.
There we go. Sorry about that. If someone was redeeming anything, I wanted to make sure we could see it, because that would be annoying.
This one has a flower.
Oh, how does he have a flower?
I don't know. I haven't seen one with a flower, I don't think.
That's very cute. We do need to give him a bed.
No, I don't.
You have unused
Oh no.
stat points. Hey, increase our weight.
Okay.
Thank you, Baggy Shots. Our thighs will carry more.
There's nothing these thighs couldn't carry.
Nah, seriously. Holy crap.
Oh, I have no balls.
Well, I mean, we are a Legacy-tron.
This game does have some liminal space feeling because so few people will you don't interact with a lot of living things except for the pals, which kind of just acknowledge that you exist.
Worker drones?
That too.
Yeah, no. A little bit of liminal space, especially because the pals look slightly disconnected from the environment.
Oh, I don't think so, to me.
Like, to me, it's just slight. Like, the environment has a just slightly rougher look than the pals do.
I suppose. I don't really mind that.
Like, it's not a deal breaker or anything. It's just, it is kind of weird to me. Like, oh, look at the, like, photorealistic dirt texture next to the, like, kind of not texture defined, like, whatchamacallits? Oh, hello. Welcome back. We sold out. DP, we sold out.
Hi.
We're playing PALWORLD, but we're vegetarians and we're an android from Legacyville. And the android from Legacyville is here having a good time. I hope you guys are doing well. We're, like I said, we're just kind of... Oh, Ace, have a wonderful time. You guys take it easy, and I hope you have a wonderful week. It's going to be a doozy.
Why?
I think it's getting cold again.
Oh, I did hear that.
So PALWORLD is the new jab at Pokemon that is sweeping the nation, and everyone loves it. And I like it. You know, we've devoted a lot of time to it. It hasn't fully sold me yet, but it's hard.
It's still... Oh, hi, Game Racers.
We can't both play because I am currently the only one who owns it. So we can't both play.
Yeah, I only Steam share it.
But Game Racers, it's nice to see you as well. But basically, DP, this is... I hate this description because it's really not indicative, especially in the early game. It's Pokemon with guns. It's you have a bunch of little pals, these little critters, and once you catch them, they're mindless little dudes that just
I think it died as it went into...
It can choose life or death then.
I love that aren't we playing a vegetarian kindness run?
No, we are, but pal on pal violence is not something that we can stop or control.
All right. 2 penguins. Also, you guys can name them.
Yeah. I'm going to say this much, Game Racers. I don't love it. I am a very picky man. Like, I'll be the first to say I'm picky. I am an underripe banana. I do not gel well with the rest of the bunch. I don't love it like, I don't know. To me, it's a little, and that's not.
It's in early access. I mean, it doesn't have everything you're gonna have.
But it's not the completeness of the game. It's like, I don't know. It's not fully grabbed me, and I think part of that is just I've gotten well beyond the point of like enjoying time sink games. I have nearly 30 hours in this game. I really do not see much of a Pokemon influence. Okay, so it has it is almost directly.
I see nothing but Pokemon influence.
Yeah, no.
Personally,
if you played Pokemon Legends Arceus, it has like part and parcel like entire systems that are like similar enough to where if Pokemon had a patent on those systems, they would win. Like they would win.
Not that patenting those little things like
I hate
is okay necessarily.
Full disclosure, fuck the Pokemon company if they think that they should like sue a company over like being similar. I hate that. I think that stifles innovation. Like that's terrible. But this game is like down to type matchups. This game is like Pokemon. The pals have secret abilities and 4 moves that they can learn, and they have traits and things like that.
I will say it's Pokemon with all the things players have been asking for forever, minus guns.
Yeah, I don't
know
love
why
the
Pokemon
guns.
needed guns.
Look, and I'll get to that. Dylan, I will remember that. And I'm going to put that in my steel trap mind that is kind of made out of styrofoam, and I'll try and remember that. But yeah, no. I think that might be it then. I do see the abilities and moves and traits, but I feel that is just an implementation of more magics. I mean, my only thing is it's Pokemon. Like I was in the camp when I saw the original news articles coming out. Oh, it's Pokemon with guns. I was like, no, that doesn't look like Pokemon. But then I started playing it and I was like, no, this is Pokemon Legends Arceus with substance. But also it's definitely like I am in no way in support of the Pokemon company on their potential opposition to this game. However, they absolutely would be able to, at the very least, make a case against this game. Like, oh, it has a near identical looking catching system that involves a bunch of creatures with 4 moves and special abilities and type matchups that when you throw them out, they fight things. Like,
heck,
100% of this game, they could say, yeah, no, this is...
Fight him!
Like, down to even the, like, wake up as a stranger on the beach in an unknown world with primitive technology laced with some sort of fancy tech and a nebulous voice guiding the way. Like, that is a direct rip of, like, what they were going for in Arceus. And again,
I mean, a lot of games have that. I will say,
do.
But like, there are pals or whatever that are like recolors of Pokemon.
Yeah, and Dylan, to get it straight, this is not actually a Pokemon game. The Pokemon company said it's investigating this, and I've heard tell that they've apparently already tried to file like trademark disputes in the past. Like, from an outsider's perspective, it seems like a good mix between Arceus and Scarlet and Violet, but there have been other Pokemon clones before. But here's the distinct difference. Tim has a battle system, but they have a different system for how moves work. They have like a stamina system. They have a different way of catching things. They have our avatar is Legacytron.
Sick.
They're infested. They're infested with love.
Look how he walks. It just gets me.
Yeah. Like, look. The problem is Tim looks a little like Pokemon, but that's a visually distinct game.
Yes.
Koromon looks a lot like Pokemon, but they have a visually distinct feel, and they have a new mechanic. This is Pokemon.
They didn't try to hide it. Well, Pokemon shouldn't have a monopoly on the collect them all idea for games. But I side with them. I side with PAL World on that. It's just they were not this is a Wooloo. This is obviously Wooloo, a round sheep
that looks like Phanpy with a tail.
That's yeah. Oh gosh, yeah, they have the same face and everything. They have literally Staraptors. That is the bird. It's some of them are very distinct, but it's just.
Look, and I far be it from me to get in any way embroiled in does it look 100? I am a layman. I do not know enough about patent and copyright law to know how close you can get to something before it's not legally distinct. I do see those familiarities, but I see enough changes to make them not the same.
Legally, I think I agree.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I think it would be one.
But am I I see what you're doing there?
Yeah, look.
Come on.
This has always been my thing. If you want to rip off Pokemon, more power to you. But why give them the chance?
Oh, a chipmunk?
Why give the Pokemon Company the chance to find something? Because here's the problem. I'm just going to say it. We're in the land of if you contract out designs to anyone. We're in the land where you might have an AI art controversy and now one PAL looks just past the threshold. And once that one is just past the threshold, then Pokemon Company, sorry, I'm trying to get in frame. Pokemon Company will look at that crack, they will expand into it, they will close into a fist, and they will shut you down.
They look like this game looks like they took a look at the copyright laws and they were like, what can we get away with?
Dylan says, see the fox, that's literally Vulpix or Fire Eevee. And again, it is.
Well, did you see this guy?
Yeah,
Eevee.
That is the puffy Eevee. That is the puffy Eevee. And here's the problem.
But no, they even have a closer one to this Foxspark. Yeah. There's I don't know, it's a bad example, but there's plenty in here that you can draw very clear. Take a look at the Lucario knockoff that they have. It's essentially the same. The artist did a really good job of making it distinct and it look like its own thing, but you can so see this the inspiration.
So look, and Exo, I'm glad you're not judging much. This
there is a Vixie. Vixie's different.
We're getting close enough.
Oh my god.
That's
even worse than I've seen so far.
To put it in perspective, you guys, I'm not trying to like.
Those are almost indistinguishable.
If I look,
I would not.
Hi, Luffy.
I would not have been that brazen about it. Hi, Luffy.
No, look, I'm not trying to diminish PALWORLD, but here's my problem. When you get this close to the line, you are putting every single person that bought your game at risk of losing it. And why? Because you made an entire world, you developed an entire system, and then you just couldn't help yourself.
It's like, yeah, I agree with you there. Like everything would have been fine had they not just directly, like so brazenly taken designs from Pokemon.
Well, and this is the other thing that I'm worried about for them. So let's say the Pokemon Company does enough investigating.
How much do y'all bet that this will go my way? Do we want to try or do we not want to try?
Aim for the water.
Can I? Oh.
Yeah, look to the right. There's water.
Alrighty. Ow.
Nope. But look, let's think about it like this. I just made a game. It's already allegedly been trademark inquired by Pokemon.
That is the cutest thing.
Like, okay, but look, the problem, Luffy, it's not necessarily that these are identical. Oh, whoa, oh no, oh lord.
Yeah, I think they're legally distinct, technically.
The problem is, when you have... It turns into, if they find one thing that they can get into a court of law...
stupid thing. But it's like, okay, all these devs and all the people working on this project would have put so much effort in. You could have gone that one extra mile and just made Pokemon that were different looking than trademark Pokemon, and you could have made it perfectly fine. But now we've got to get in this gray area that you're going to have to defend yourself, and then your work is like for nothing. You have to shut it all down.
I'm not going to lie. PALWORLD is a little brazen.
Also, hi, EXO.
Yeah, no, it's nice to see you guys. And there has been some evidence that they straight up copied some Pokemon models roaming on Twitter. And look,
it looks like it.
The thing is,
it looks like it.
You've got that potential problem. If they find one PAL that looks legally indistinguishable enough to open that can of worms, they can point and tell a judge. And remember, judges are going to, no offense, I know there's some young judges, but most judges are not going to know a fucking difference. And you're gonna see a well-dressed Pokemon Company lawyer go to the bench and say, is this a Pokemon or a PAL? And the judge is gonna sit there and say,
I don't think the issue is with if you can tell off the bat whether it's a Pokemon or a PAL. I think that's pretty gray, but like you can see obviously the design where they pretty much copied the model.
Well, and then here's the worst
made
part.
Some tweaks. That's it.
Well, and here's the worst part to that. Now give those models that at a glance could look like Pokemon, and then show them enslaved in a factory or shooting people with guns.
And then Pokemon thinks its characters are being used for the wrong reasons.
And now you've got that small inch in the gap, which they shouldn't care about.
DP, I like your idea, though.
Yeah, no.
Pokemon Go, the new world.
No, seriously, though. And hi, Yasmin. Look, again, I want PALWORLD to succeed. But man, please don't poke the bear. I want to see the game released. I don't want to have to sit there and hope that they give a refund after they get shut the fuck down. Like, it's...
My favorite is this spreading that picture of Pokemon versus Dragon Quest.
Okay.
Is that a thing?
Look, to be fair, like, yeah, no.
Apparently this is enough roof for a bed, by the way.
Nice. Like, EXO, you bring up another good point. PALWORLD's company is based in Japan. And so it's Japanese copyright versus Japanese copyright. The American copyright system is more forgiving.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. The American copyright system, to an extent, is like a fine. And like, it sucks. Like, they might restrict
but are the
sale.
Are the terms different? Like what qualifies as copyright? Are they more strict in Japan?
They
that
are.
Way? Okay.
They are. And the Pokemon Company has a long established, like...
They'll come after anyone for anything.
Well, again, and to be fair, in the corporate world, you kind of have to.
I'm going to look at the picture that Luffy sent.
If you aren't enforcing your copyright, you could really... Oh, no, this axe looks a lot like, you know, the like Viking-style axe from God of War. You know,
I've never seen Dragon Quest. These are creepy little dudes.
A lot of this game is like, oh, they're using Unity assets, which is fine. Like, Dylan is like, knowing Pokemon, they'll just destroy this game and the creators will have to start over. The problem is...
Not. But they shouldn't have done that.
The creators are working... Like, I know that it's different teams. I worry when an entire developer's lineup is 4 early access games.
Like, look at that. Like, is that distinct enough? Honestly, guys, like, you didn't have to be that lazy.
I'm a level with you. I didn't know which one was which.
Yeah, they look really similar.
Like, I played through Pokemon for like 6 generations, and I didn't know which one was which.
The other one I recognized, like, really quickly here. Like, the top one with the wolf. Like, seriously.
Now, look, again, I just feel like, who cares? They just need to change it. Though I don't know why they thought it'd be okay against Pokemon Company. See, my issue is, again, you're poking the wrong bear. Play the fucking high road. Make everything... Look, PALWORLD is the worst name that I have heard from any derivative...
It's not great.
Like, from any derivative Pokemon game. Tim was bad. Like, I didn't like Tim,
listen,
but PALWORLD is terrible. And it's
I would
the
1,000...
Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead. Well, I was going to say, I'm 1,000% on board with this game, though. It's so much fun, and it's everything I want Pokemon to be that they won't do because they're afraid to take a risk. And I hate Pokemon for that. And I'm 100% on these guys' side. I'd rather play this than Pokemon. It's just like, you went to all this way to get this into early access, and then you like blatantly make these things like look like Pokemon. You could have just done a different design. Just spend a little more time making more distinct designs, and you would have been fine. Yeah. I don't think they would have had a legal leg to stand on otherwise, but this is just too close.
Well, look, Pokemon mad someone made actual content with the Monster Collection. No, I agree.
It's, like, DP, it's bad.
I'm having fun. Do I love it? No, I think the over-reliance on anachronism is... a little bit off-putting to me.
Anachronism?
Yeah, like, oh, let's add an AK-47 and a minigun because we need to be edgy, and it's like, okay, like, that's fine, but did we need that? No, I think it cheapens the experience to a bit. Like, it's edgy for the sake of, like, making a statement. I'm sure they know that they are being targeted now. Yeah, no, like, they definitely know. Like,
back to lurk in D&D.
No, the whole guns and slavery part, like,
it's
why?
A lot.
No, I think it's dumb. I think it's something where, okay, cool, like, yeah, you can force your pals to work. But on the other hand, I don't like that it feels like slavery. When if they didn't make it like that,
thanks for the posture check, Yasmin.
they could do a moderate rebend. No, yeah, you can actually capture humans and enslave them. I don't like that. I think that's...
No, just internships.
Like, I legitimately think that's a bad thing to do. It's not a good look for a game. It just isn't. Oh, yeah, you can enslave people in this game. They're just like animals.
But I don't think that's going to be like a legal battle for them or anything.
No, but it's not a good look for a game. Like, I'll sit here and say
at least it's not a core part, is all I can say. Like, I can ignore that and not do it.
Like, yeah, but the heavy look of, oh, we're enslaving animals to do our work. I don't love that either. Like, it's I can, to an extent, I can kind of like overlook it in the fact that they're like, no, they legitimately just like doing that. And I'm like, that feels incorrect. But
I just hope it survives. Like,
yeah, no,
the whole game. 'Cause I like it.
I want this game to succeed in spite of Pokemon, and that's why, like,
in spite of their own hubris.
Yeah, I because here's the thing: if PALWORLD can succeed, like,
did you have that tweet of the Pokemon models? How close they were?
Let me,
because I actually wanted to show that to.
I don't know that I have X installed. Sorry, shitter installed. Let me.
Oh no, because Exo sent it to you.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm looking to see.
Did we get that little electric thing? That's a Raichu, by the way. That's 1,000% Raichu. It has the same shaped tail to a T. You used my last sphere.
I'm sorry. Frickin' have I butchered a pal yet? No.
Yeah, you can make a butcher knife. I don't love that.
No, and look, that the PAL sphere, I'm not gonna lie, yeah, it's a Pokeball, but it's really nice looking. Like, I'm not gonna
The capture looks really good. Like, fight me on that. It looks awesome.
And again, look, I'm not gonna sit here and be all high and mighty and be like, oh, it's so terrible that you can butcher an animal.
I will say, I'm happy in the game that they don't just ignore that pals eat each other. Like, in Pokemon, they say it in the Pokedex and then pretend that Pidgey doesn't just eat Caterpie for breakfast on the regular.
Yeah, no.
Like, okay, if you're gonna suspend our disbelief that nothing bad happens in this world, then don't write stuff about it. But in PALWORLD, okay, sure, the pals eat each other. But like, can we do like a little Stardew Valley on this, where like, yeah, the cows give you milk, but you don't kill them just because, like.
Yeah.
You know, it just thematically, I don't think it makes any. It's very good.
Again,
you know,
it's. I keep using the word anachronism. I
don't think it's an anachronism.
They're alluding to realism in a way that is kind of like demeaning to what they're doing. Like, it's detrimental to what they're doing, because it feels like a teenage, like, edgelord was like, well, this is how Pokemon would really be in real life. Meh. And then, like, here's how humans would have already invented guns, and pals would eat each other.
We have the technology to create a pocket dimension and store little animals in it.
No, and I'm not disagreeing, but my thing is like, okay, so we're sitting here living in fucking wooden huts, but we have a minigun because
we washed up, like, we got separated from society, I assume.
Yeah, but it's like, I feel like I would figure out, like, insulated, like walls
Oh, I have to feed these
before I
guys.
figure out AK-47s. Like, I don't know. That's like... No, look, I like that the pals are nice. If they stopped casually referencing slavery, I think I wouldn't mind at all that you employ the pals.
What do you mean casually?
Like, no,
mentioning
like
slavery.
Like, I'm pretty sure they have tooltips that are like, you know, yeah, when you enslave pals, you like help them. Like, they're eager worker slaves and stuff like that. Like, there is abilities that I have read that is work slave.
Oh, yeah. Like as an ability, I'd see why that's an okay thing to write because it's. I don't know how to explain it.
No, it's like
That doesn't make sense.
Again, my thing is, it comes off like you're a teenager making this game, and you just learned that you're allowed to swear on the internet, so you say cheeky bastard when you fail to catch something, and you joke about how it's like, I would like to say it's technically a trait, not an ability. My apologies. Yeah, work slave is a trait.
I'm trying to compare it, like, because, you know, there's like another ability called assassin or something like that.
Yeah.
It's not like a literal assassin. It's just how they write the abilities. You make them kind of like, I don't know why I'm stuck on it, but.
Well, no, and again, is it a big deal? No.
It'd be probably better to remove it.
It's like,
saying.
Why? Again, it's like...
Oh, we can put 2 more dudes.
I've talked to people about this before, and it's not like, again, it's not the end of the world. If you want, like, it's kind of like an out of place, like...
It's thematically awkward.
We have this whole world that you built, and there's seemingly lore attached to it. So why make it a slavery thing?
Yeah.
Like, why not make it? Pokemon did it already for you. Pokemon made the lore of Pokemon. Oh yeah,
steal
it's
something.
dangerous. Like, Pokemon are really dangerous. But we figured out that we're better together than not together most of the time.
That's a good
And
point.
so when we catch Pokemon, they're also starting to see things from our point of view. And by them helping us, in exchange, we reward them and give them a place to live, and we treat them well, and we grow a bond. But in PALWORLD, a brand new world of enjoyment.
Oh, we gave him legs for days.
Yeah.
And also he looks like that.
Damn, your dude is thick.
Yeah, that's what I just saw.
You know, I love watching the pals help around the house.
I do have some... Oh, go ahead.
They should have leaned into that more. I agree. But instead, they're like, oh, yeah, just build your assembly line so that way they sit there and they literally, like, they reduce their sanity.
I have the opposite of grievances. I have some happiness things that I have always wanted Pokemon to add. But just to get away from the negativity for a second.
Absolutely.
All of the pals are just so individual and like tailored, and they all carry things in different ways. Like, there was a lot of love put into like, so like you can carry them and you carry each one a different way. And if you have a fire pal out, they light the way for you and keep you warm. Like, it's so individual. Like, they've spent time thinking about what each one could do. You can ride the flying ones and you can ride the ground ones, and they'll, you know, like, you can either run on the ground or the birds will take you literally freaking 1,000 feet in the air. It's just so many things that Pokemon, with all their resources, they could have been doing this entire time. And they just don't give their fan base any credit for their intelligence, that like what they're putting out now is garbage. There's no effort into it whatsoever. But PALWORLD has taken all this stuff and like they gave all these guys different things that they can do, like based on their like this squishy thing can't handle like making arrows, but it knows how to garden because it's got a stupid ass flower on its head. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, and look, first, Dylan, PALWORLD, the next chapter, Pals Go Rogue. Love it. And Ethan, for your point, would your opinion of the game change if we found out it was AI generated art? Yeah, no, I think that's a bad thing. And I'm pretty sure they do have accusations of AI generated art. That's a problem. Like, I'm sorry.
That's a tough, yeah.
You shouldn't be using it. If you have the funding to make your game, and let's be honest, it's the second most concurrently played game on Steam. You have the fucking money. Replace the AI art. Give that work to someone. You can afford it now. Like, you might not be able to once the Pokemon company sues your ass, but like, for now.
As an artist, yeah. Like, I'm trying to use like AI to help with inspiration and like certain aspects of doing art, but I'd be pretty sad if people stopped paying artists. At the same time, I understand that AI is here now, and we kind of have to, you know, it's not going to go away, so you better figure out how to use it as a tool, artists. But, you know, Nintendo, PALWORLD, you know, people who have the money to pay artists, you know what I mean?
At least if you're making money off of it. I've made this argument before for like D&D. If my players go off the rails and I need to really quickly set a scene, far be it from me. Someone.
Well, you're not in that situation. You're not going to have time. There's no way you're going to commission an artist for something that you need in 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And you're not looking for the detail that an artist would put into a scene like that. It's just for a quick reference. That I completely understand.
Yeah. And for a non-profit work, if you're not using it to make money, that's one thing. But it's like, I'll be honest, like to get
no, we're cooking a chicken leg.
Oh, no.
But it's baked berries. It's supposed to be berries.
Okay, but it's fine. That's just a visual glitch in the Matrix. But like, and I'll answer your question, XO, in a second. But it's like, as soon as stock art isn't expensive, like, I don't want to gatekeep this low, but like to finish some of the work that I'm publishing, I found stock art that was like literally like name your price. Like, I'd like $3. And it's like 30 landscape pieces of art. And it's like, you know what? Is this exactly what I was looking for this scene? No, but someone made this and I shot him a couple of bucks. And now we've had a transaction.
Yeah.
And it just feels like, okay, an artist made money for this rather than fucking Bing. XO, since the game is still in beta, language. Could they fix all of that by the time it comes out? My prediction, the complaints I have are...
They are selling it.
They are selling it. Like,
so I think technically copyright is, if you're making money, you're making money off of something that's too close to the original work, because it's got to be transformative enough that it's distinct from the original work.
And
if they had been doing this and not making money, I think it'd be a completely different story, wouldn't it?
To an extent, yes. Ethan, to answer, I wouldn't say you've triggered us. I'd say that at the end of the day, like, AI art is something where like the individual consumer can be perfectly fine with AI art. I'm not going to tell you what you like or don't like, or what you should like or shouldn't like. But from an economics perspective, so we shift publishing to AI art, which means artists lose jobs, which means art becomes a non-profitable hobby, which means art or artists die out like as a profession, which means suddenly, what does AI have to iterate on except itself? Which, as soon as you start feeding AI generated art to AI artists, it looks horrendous. And so
that might not always be the case.
It might not always be the case, but we're losing reference points by the day. And also, like, ethically, like, I'd rather people who work for an hour on a piece versus...
That's the thing. The people it's going to be unfair for, and I'm not trying to say, oh, like, pity me.
Yeah.
I've spent 20 years, trying to learn how to do art. And so this thing has come along that makes it so all that is about to be for absolutely nothing, right? Which is not really anyone's fault. The internet's just gotten to a point, and our advancement has gotten to a point where AI art can make passable art for free for people. So I would argue, okay, no one should be charging for AI art.
Yeah.
But I've kind of developed all those skills. It might be for nothing one day. So that's just something to consider. It shouldn't hold everyone back. If AI art is possible, just like any other technology, I don't think it's right to make it so no one can use it. But I do want to be considered, like, what about artists and all of this? I guess.
Real quick, water check, and also happy birthday, Cece. I hope I'm reading that right.
Happy birthday.
I can't see the thing because the little heart stupid thing on YouTube chat is in the way. I'm so glad you guys are, or she thinks
Happy
that we're
birthday,
adorable.
Cece.
This makes
That's
us
really
feel
sweet.
really happy. My hair's a mess
Thanks
right
for
now.
watching.
You'll have
We're
to
both a
forgive
mess.
that.
And we've just been complaining this whole time. You have to hear that on your birthday. I'm
you're
sorry.
dealing with so much. I'd hope that personalized art becomes more valuable. I agree.
I still think we're at a point where AI still screws up some things. So personalized art, like, AI can't do everything, like, make a very specific scene that you want, and people aren't completely satisfied with it. And I don't think it's going to stop at that level of what's the word I'm thinking of? Sophistication. So I think artists still have that advantage. But in, an economy like this where everything is getting really expensive, artists kind of have to charge, like, to make it fair, I should be charging $30 an hour, but no one has the money for that right now. So I get why people want to do AI art. I mean, it's a huge markup.
So the best way I could describe AI and generative AI specifically
I have
is
for you.
If I really wanted to. Yes, the I wish we could show the cat cam, but I need to set that up. Anytime. You can always sign your art with blood and tears. AI can't do that.
There's already 20 years of blood and tears built in.
Well, and look, the thing is, for generative art and generative anything, this would be my biggest concern and argument. So I would posit, if I went on to ChatGPT right now, and I said, hey, could you really quick generate me a prompt for, or like a narrative description of a barbarian? And then I used that narrative description of a barbarian as 3 pages of a 12-page supplement for a tabletop game.
I just realized I wasn't doing anything on screen.
And we're doing that, and I start charging $5 for that. And you pay $5, and you find that the text is artificially generated. The art is artificially generated. And the substance of that is next to nothing. But you can't necessarily just immediately visually tell based on the product. is that worth anything? I didn't do any work. I typed in a small one sentence prompt.
It's what people want and need. Like, hey, I want a character sheet. Hey, AI, can you do it? So, I mean, there's demand for it, but then the value is absolutely nothing.
And
because people can get it for free. But that's,
Well, and again, the part of that is there are two arguments. Yeah, if people want an AI generated D&D supplement, they can pay the money to buy it.
What should we?
And the other side of that is, okay, but if you don't know that it's AI generated, what do you do?
Who's to say there's aren't artists posing online that are making AI generated art? And I hate to put that into the universe, but that freaks me out. Have you heard the all robot internet theory, where 95% of what we're interacting with on the internet is robots? It actually made me not want to use the internet anymore.
Yeah. And look, my only concern, because my creative writing is already toast. My hobby is dead and buried, and it's being used as the topsoil for the AI generative stuff.
Well, the difference of that is I think creative writing, and not to say no, you have nothing to complain about. That's not what I mean. Creative writing, you want to write something that's in your head, right? That's why you creative write.
Yeah.
So that's good. And people are using AI for writing, mostly for function, I think, right?
So, kind of.
Movie scripts and
to put it in perspective, when I tried to do my first AI art generator thing to test it out, I put the prompt in the wrong field of a text generator. And it sat there, and it was a very simple prompt. It was maybe 4 sentences, and it expanded that prompt. It said, hey, I'm not an image generator, but here's what I would do. And then it generated 4 paragraphs.
It's wild.
Of intensely vivid creative writing.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, I would never.
You're telling me that girl that took my money didn't actually think I was hot? No.
But that's the problem.
Not to presume something like that.
We're looking at, and again, artists have it way worse than I do.
That's not what I'm trying to. Yeah,
but seriously though, creative writing, I feel we do still have the fact that ChatGPT is really good at making little chunks of text, but not an entire book. Apparently people have tried that, and it's blatantly obvious.
I've tried poetry and stories, and it really has a hard time making relatable stuff.
But
sure. It's very obvious.
Descriptions, it's
emails, if you want to send an email to a lawyer or stuff like that. Oh, how do I write this in a more professional way? You don't have to write a single thing yourself, man.
No, and again, I will say we don't have it as bad as artists. I have to write, and if I were to self-publish a book, I have to write a lot of book. And ChatGPT may be able to help with some description, but I still have to add my little finishing touches. An artist can get a commission, and then that person within 5 seconds could probably generate an AI art piece that maybe doesn't rival what that person could do in the slightest, but the buyer might not give a shit. Because you know what? A lot of people don't necessarily care.
I like this big shrub thing.
It is a really cute big shrub thing. But again, all of that, we've gone through the gamut today. But the problem is, at the end of the day, I think AI art, I don't think it's a bad, Oh, I don't think AI art. Here, I'll take the thing while you're going about it. Do I think AI art is bad in and of itself? No. Do I think how we use it is going to be a problem? 100%. You know, it's a fear for me, mostly because I don't want people losing. Oh, was the creator written by AI?
The creator. Which one was that?
That was the one that looked pretty interesting. That's gonna make me very sad if that's the case.
I remember that being. There's no way it can be written by AI and not tweaked, I feel like.
Yeah, I mean.
But then again, I mean, the only chat GPT that's out in the public is like a 2022 version, isn't it?
No, you can pay for chat GPT on OpenAI's website.
Sorry, I mean like the one I'm using, the free one, that's like it's a 2022 version, right? So I'm just saying,
so.
like, I'm behind the times on what's possible with GPT, and it's already really good. That movie looked, yeah, it did look intriguing.
Look, my whole fear is like, yeah, you know, I use it for personal stuff for D&D. You know, I'm using it in a supplement that I'm distributing to people.
Can't believe I forgot to mention this. I'm ChatGPT is teaching me how to code. Like, from square one.
You guys didn't see that.
I didn't see it.
100% pressed the wrong button.
From square one, ChatGPT is teaching me how to program, and it can write computer code that like works. I downloaded Python, and I said I want to learn how to program like a simple game. I've already done like coded a program based on. I didn't copy and paste anything. But I let ChatGPT walk me through the process, like teach me, okay, how does this function work? How do I do this? If I want to make a program that does these things, how would I do it? And it will give you a full example and write a whole program by itself. It's absolutely insane.
Yeah. And again, as a tool, I think AI is really smart. But the problem is over-reliance on a tool as a replacement for a craftsman will lead to problems in the future. Right now, no.
It might not lead to problems in society as a whole. It's just that group of people gets screwed over. It's like when we automate driving, truck drivers need to go somewhere. Like, their jobs are out, and they either have to be retrained, like, give them something to do. I don't make a living off of art, so I don't need to worry about, well, what if AI takes my job? But it's still it's hard to invest a lot in a hobby that feels like it's dying. But I feel it's just like any big transition we've ever made like that as a society. We'll go on. It'll be fine.
Yeah, no.
But help the people who rely on that as a skill to transition into society afterwards, you know?
Mm-hmm. Well, and like, keep in mind as well, if we make it not worth being in a hobby, who's going to train the AI on anything beyond its frame of reference?
Like, people are not... Everyone did a very small part in it, but the AI is profiting off of the skills of all these people, and they're not being compensated for that, for basically teaching a machine how to do its job that's taking their jobs. And this is depressing, though.
Well, look, to be slightly uplifting here when it comes to AI stuff, at least, remember, everyone, right now, and I know this video will age like milk. But for right now, in the year 2024, in the month of January,
it's so weird that it's 2024.
AI is still derivative and stupid. It is not self-learning. It has to have a reference. And what that means is you're not going to suddenly see, AI learned a more efficient way of doing something that humans didn't figure out. Because want to know why? If it could do that, it would have already done it.
So what's the creator about?
The creator, I think, is about, oh, man, I cannot remember. It was a little nebulous. What you call, like, there's a subsect of people that are in resistance against a massive like robot like supremacy movement, and
That's oddly fitting.
the main character finds like a child that's like the AI of everything.
Oh, that one, yeah. To be fair, if AI learning just means it copied what it read, then all of America raises children as AI in school.
Well, so, and on the YouTube side, it isn't self-learning yet. Eventually, it will learn to code itself and code more AI. And I'm not gonna lie and say that I 100% think that'll happen, Dylan. I also don't disagree that it'll happen, but the problem is, at least to me, I think right now, because everything has to have a knowledge base, unless we find a way to have AI, A, collect information that B, it can interpret without human input, and then C, test itself on knowing that input correctly, it's not going to be able to self-learn enough to innovate. Because, for instance, right now, the YouTube algorithm, I'll let you play, I'm sorry. The YouTube algorithm is the easiest one to explain right now. The YouTube algorithm, we don't know how it works. It doesn't know how it works. It just works because we said this is the content that humans find enjoyable. You're going to serve that content in a way that makes it to viewers to increase our ad revenue. Well, thing about that is it does that by us, the humans, answering a whole fuckload of surveys in the form of likes on YouTube. If video gets like, that is something that the people want to see. If video gets X 100,000 likes, that is a video that has a liking by people ratio of 1 to 100,000 or whatever. But we had to teach it to interpret that correctly by giving it swarms of data until it tested correctly as to what a good video like ratio and a bad one is. The thing about that is we have to program that in. Yeah, now certainly we could probably code an AI that could collect data. And then maybe we can code an AI that can give us enough of a facsimile of understanding of what it likes. But once we get to the complexities of innovation, of engineering innovation, I think it's going to fall flat. Because what might work in 80% of cases, which might be enough to cause the AI to develop in that direction, the 20% that it is not effective could be a catastrophic ineffectiveness. And this is a terrible example, but the YouTube algorithm started projecting Nazi content because it turns out that some liked videos are liked by white supremacists. I'm so sorry, Iron Man, that your Twitch is not sending messages properly. Is it from the app or from the browser? I'll try and see if there's a stream health issue. But that's kind of the issue is this content creator has a like ratio, because I'll be honest, I get recommended channels of 400 subscribers a lot lately. And it's because they had a video that happens to get like maybe 8 likes compared to their usual 1 like. And if they have 20 subscribers and 8 likes, that ratio is kind of crazy. Like, think about that. That means that potentially 8 of their subscribers of their 20
perfect
got liked. That's absolutely perfect. So it recommends it. So what if my 5 subscriber channel with a like, yeah, no, it does
Thanks,
look
XO.
kind of like Lucario, doesn't it?
Slip of the tongue.
Yeah, but imagine my 5 subscriber channel of my like 4 like anti-Semitic like friends. All 5 of them liked my video. And now my thumbs up approval and my channel count is like 100%, and that gets recommended to someone. Did the algorithm mess up? No, the algorithm did its job. Yeah, no, the climbing mechanic is the same as Breath of the Wild. But to be fair, I love that mechanic? Not intensely, but it's nice.
It's faster than Breath of the Wild, I'll say.
But like, my thing is, AI can only educate itself based on the input that it receives and how good it is at interpreting that input and how good it is at teaching itself new input. I think we could run circles around ChatGPT right now in January, the year of our Lord 2024. In February, that'll change. But for now, I think we're fine. That's an uplifting thing. AI can't teach itself because AI is dumb. It needs a human to spoon feed it massive data sets.
Like, yeah, that's the thing is AI needs real world data.
It needs real world data, and if no one's generating that data, because...
Or if only AI is generating that data, it's just going to, like, homogenize, I feel like.
I
wonder what would happen.
So they've already discussed it. It's like AI heat death. It basically,
yeah.
if you put ChatGPT to talk with ChatGPT, it devolves into, like, incoherence. Just like when you asked, like, Chatbot to chat with Chatbot. Do you guys like Pokemon in general?
I played it for a really long time. I was very invested in it, and these latest couple of games, I'm not the type of person, like, I'm pretty open-minded. I'm not like, oh, everything new is bad because it's not like what I grew up with. I feel like I'm fairly, open-minded that way. I hated those games. They're so low effort to me.
They certainly are. Dylan was specifically talking about Pokemon cards.
Cards, yeah. I mean, I've collected them.
She's collected them. It's a tough thing because, like, it's kind of like it's a wave thing. I think it's like you get hit with a wave of nostalgia and you want to, like, relive that for a minute and then it dies down. At least that's for us. I did the same with the Kamigawa set from Magic the Gathering. I was like, ooh,
we had a trading card year.
Samurai.
We just had a year where we were like all the trading cards.
Oh, and yeah, to further your original point about the games,
I can get that.
Scarlet and Violet, ass. I do love.
They're bad.
I do love that I found recently. I've been getting served a lot more ads about how I should really buy Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. And I'm like, huh, that's weird because all I've been saying recently is PALWORLD.
I was actually offended because my favorite games growing up were the Pokemon Pearl and Diamond games. And they, like, outsourced those remakes I was so excited.
I'll get us our water, Yasmin.
They outsourced those remakes to like a different company, and you can tell the game is not finished. Just it was obviously geared towards the like older generation of Pokemon players, and I was so bothered that they don't care enough about older players to put an effort into their older, the games that are being geared towards our generation. It really was upsetting to me. Because like new mechanics, new like weird things that they add to those games, like the mega evolving and all that stuff. I'm fine with that. I'm not. It doesn't bother me to change things up because I'm not like a curmudgeon, but to take a game that you're obviously making, like your target audience is the older Pokemon fans. It's just so obvious you don't care about them when you don't put any effort into it. That's my hot take on that. You used to collect, but now you're older and notice that you have rare ones. You should get them appraised. Don't get them, I hear mixed things about getting them,
Don't grade them.
Graded. That's the word.
Definitely don't grade them, because
I think it's a scam.
Look, here's the problem. So you've got a shiny Charizard original set. It's worth hundreds. You know what it's going to cost for you to get it graded for you to sell it for hundreds?
More than the worth.
It's going to cost hundreds.
Did I get that deer? I didn't even think about it. I got the deer.
Yeah. And like part of that is, to an extent, by paying hundreds to get it graded, technically the investment of grading a good card is also hundreds, which means you have to sell it for hundreds to break even.
That doesn't increase the demand for it, though.
No, but if it's got a nice demand, then you can charge more to cover the cost of grading.
What I'm saying, yeah, I mean, there's that. If it's like something that could be $100,000 if it's a grade 10 or whatever, then, and it's almost for sure a grade 10, that's one thing. But don't get your $500 cards graded.
Yeah,
there's no point.
To be honest, I think in order to sell cards, the best thing you can do, more than likely,
let's go towards the volcano.
See if you have a friendly local game store, and they're going to undercut your value because they have to sell it. But a lot of friendly local game stores, if you do a lot of gaming, at least, you will get a ton of store credit half the time. And the store credit will give you, it sounds, if you want money, get money, like, obviously. But if I have a $10 card in front of me at a friendly local game store, I'll probably make you an offer of like 3 cash. But I might give you an offer of like 5 store credit, because I know that for you to spend that, you have to come back, and more than likely you're going to spend more than $5 at me. So it's a easy investment for me, while also being like totally fine for you to get a little bit more value, as long as what you're getting is what you wanted. They also generally offer bulk, like appraisal and everything. Also, might I say, I'm not going to sit here and be mean to Spectrum right now, because we have not dropped a single frame.
Really? That's wild.
Like,
they can't fix anything, but
they're idiots. But apparently for right now, they're mega reliable idiots, except for unfortunately Iron Mam's Twitch chat. Iron Mam 15, my utmost condolences. I miss you already. Not being able to see your voice,
I can't believe you won't chat on our stream.
It brings so many tears to my eye.
I'm offended and upset with you. Oh wow, his level
Yeah.
went down because we're level 7.
You know what? I appreciate that, though.
Really?
Yeah, no, it sounds dumb, but like, rather than, oh, it's not going to listen to you at all, and yeah, I'd rather it just
nerfs you.
Yeah. Hey, same game. Let
Hey.
me tell you. We have run so much. Yeah, I didn't advertise this stream. I was dealing with some personal bullshit before this stream, and I did not advertise it whatsoever. I'm going to advertise the next one, and I am going to finally enable the Twitch redeems for the next stream.
That's so satisfying.
Yeah, it is very satisfying. But I am gonna enable all of the Twitch channel redemptions for the next stream. We're gonna have to brace ourselves for that.
I don't think they were expecting me to be able to do this.
Certainly not. But it's nice to see you joining us.
Yes, thank you for joining.
We're currently actually about to end in about 5 minutes.
Is it already been 2 hours?
Yeah. I don't understand how you guys don't have more subscribers yet. There are...
Tell your friends.
Tell your friends, but also I'll level with you.
It's a huge help.
It's a grassroots movement.
It's a grassroots movement. We matter so much.
I am a
Let your friends know.
Charismatic cult leader. I've got the charismatic cult leader flannel. I'm growing out the charismatic cult leader beard. I've got the charismatic cult member greasy flop sweat hair. Like, I'm ready. Like, you know that show where Aaron Paul is like a cult leader that I saw 10 minutes of one episode of and am overgeneralizing the fuck out of? We're the same, you and I. We're the same.
Fuddler.
Same, but for pottery. We should charismatic cult leader together. Honestly. Yeah, no, that deer is just Xerneas. Like, 100%.
No. It's Ecther deer.
Now, look,
Get him.
I'm not going to lie to you guys. This will be the wholesome last thought of the day. Of the stream.
100% just Xerneas.
I think the funniest thing that I could possibly say about...
Oh my god.
Something. Yeah, wow.
He just launched him.
The funniest thing that I had a conversation about within the last year at work was looking at my coworkers and saying, you know, maybe people that start cults are onto something. Like, you find an unincorporated part of the United States, you engage in a little reverse eminent domain, and you cut down a couple of trees. And you bring your Uncle Bob's lawnmower out there, tackle them weeds. You start building a shack, and then you find a couple of people that are just a little bit gullible enough. And you got yourself a stew going. You can... Oh man! Oh, what do I actually do for work? Clearly not this. I work for Costco Wholesale. It's a big red warehouse, and is it great? I'll leave that for the world to decide. But it pays the bills. The pottery I work for has 5 acres. Commune? What's not to love about a commune?
Commune? Hell yeah.
And then Emma works from home.
I've actually looked into joining communes because, I mean, the whole idea is that you live off the land. Nobody has money. Everyone's possessions are shared. Which sounds awful in... like when on paper, but you actually don't have to worry about
Look,
crap.
hearing that you have to share everything sounds like some insidious, terrifying plot to take all of your personal possessions.
No,
but
it's just like
when you're like 5 and you're at the playground in the sandbox, isn't the natural like 5-year-old kid thing to do is like actually share and have fun with everyone? Like, isn't that like people have studied that? Like,
it's interesting. So like everyone, at least everyone's got different ways that they like. Every commune has a different like constitution or whatever. But the idea is, so you don't have possessions. Everyone's stuff is like, it's all shared. What's mine is yours, and it would be a hard life to get used to.
Well, so
but the idea is that you don't have to worry for anything. Like, all tools are free for you to use. All clothes are free for you to use. Everyone helps with cleaning and growing food and all this stuff. It's just it's a huge culture shock, because you literally have to get used to the idea of no possessions. Imagine no possessions.
Oh, and also, Dylan, I love Costco, lol, everything is bulk there. Yeah, I mean, when people come in and they're like, do you have a charging cable? I'm like, bitch, I have 4. It's in a box. It's $50. You want them? No, I just needed 1. Then go somewhere else. Thank you for the stretch breaks, by the way.
Scientology. How does it sound like Scientology?
Well, look, so here's the thing.
Please get down from
some communes are like, possessions are like not a thing. But like
some of them are just psycho.
Most general like generally large ideas of like communal living is not inherently you don't have personal possessions.
Yeah, some of it's just like sharing land, right?
It's sharing land, and the idea that if something can be provided, it should be providable to other people within the means of providing it to other people. Like, if there's a fancy sword sticking out of the ground and you claim it, they're not going to say, well, no, that sword is everyone's possession. It's, well, no, I mean, you found the sword, you can keep it. But if someone's making clothing, then it's usually contractually mandated that, okay, if you're making clothing, try to meet this quota of making enough clothing so people don't freeze to death. You know, the from each according to their ability, to each according to their need kind of mentality. Yeah. Like, we need base minimal.
Mirrodin no longer wants to start a commune with us.
It's very mutual aid focused. No, I mean, that's kind of the thing, is like that. I mean, look, I'm not trying to espouse an ideology here. Just to explain it, the idea is, like, you know, in the society we have now, the working theory is that as you contribute, you get rewarded based on what you contribute.
Oh, we shouldn't get into a political
discussion. No, like, I'm not gonna sway anyone either way, but in a communal society, just to give an idea of this cult train of thought, in a communal society, it is less what you put in is what you get out, and more what you can put in is required, and then what you get out is what you need. And there are benefits and problems to both of those thinkings. But what I'm saying is...
Oh, I beat it. Oops, that was not supposed to do that.
I would love to start a cult. Because...
The point being...
Yeah, the point being is, I want to be one of those cult leaders that puts in a whole lot of effort right at the start and then doesn't until he's like 90.
Oops.
I live in a society.
We live in a society.
We do live in a society. But like, yeah, no, to answer your very previous question, we've been streaming for 3 years. And it's been a fun 3 or 4 years of streaming. Now, it's been like 3. we've had a lot of fun. I don't put myself out there on social media a lot. I don't do a lot of regular content outside of these streams, and we kind of bounce around a lot. We mostly grow through word of mouth, and we kind of like that. If at some point I get to the point where I can dip into this more fervently, I will probably do so. But
what does that mean?
What do you mean? Like if I can more enthusiastically devote time for this.
You spend every waking hour. He doesn't give himself much credit.
No, I spend a lot of work
time working on the stream to the point where he stresses himself out.
And that's true, but I would like to have more long-form video content that isn't streaming. That takes a lot of work. I'm currently in the process of kind of stoking the coals of that to light a fire under my ass to actually do that. I'm very excited about that. But we grow by word of mouth. Eventually I will work to change that, but for now, we just like having the people we have here.
You can just say, if you know anyone who would enjoy the stream, let them know that we're here.
Long, terrible tangents of weirdness. Luffy, I responded to your stupid doors and wheels thing in the Discord,
Man,
so I hope you have fun.
Long ago, and that caused my brain to wrinkle.
It gave me an ulcer, that's for sure. But like,
it gave me an ulcer.
we like the people that we have.
And isn't
They're
that
so
why
wonderful.
Luffy comes here, is to give us ulcers?
Yeah.
Oh,
look,
that wasn't supposed to happen.
We do stupid stuff. We probably should slightly transition this into a bit of an IRL stream sometimes, because we do have a lot of stuff like Chris getting showered with pies and costume party taste tests and stuff like that.
I want a milkshake.
We're going to go to Cookout, so it's going to be fine.
Daydream.
But it is actually 10, so I think it's time. I think we're going to talk to you guys.
It's time for us to peace.
Well, some of you we're going to talk to on Sunday. I'm going to try and stream on Tuesday. I'm going to try and stream on Thursday. I'm going to do it. I'm just going to do it. It's going to be early morning streams.
Because I super enjoy talking to all of you guys. I hope we didn't talk your ear off about things you didn't want to hear.
I'm sorry.
But I love how much everyone contributes.
And take it easy, Dylan, specifically, since you're heading off. Take it easy to the rest of you. We will see you on the morrow.